All right, what's going on, guys? It's going to be basically part two from yesterday. Brittany Venti. There was a couple of threads that I saw over on X, as you can see right here. I didn't get to go over it yesterday. I want to go over it right now. Interesting discussion, and we're going to talk about it. So I'll start off with this one. And let me play her clip and then go into kind of the retweet, or they're calling it a repost now, from this Kang, because you're going to see a thing. You're going to see a consistent theme with them, as I already alluded to yesterday, where the black males compete with the black females to see whose biracial offspring is quote unquote better. That's a little game they play in their little communita, their little gender war they got going on. My whole thing here is I tell mulattoes, don't fall for it. Okay. So let's check this out. Brittany Venti, she puts here, my response to being attacked by the black community for having a black mom and white dad.
Niggas are getting uppity at me for having a black mom and white dad, saying things like black mom biracials are the worst. Like, I'm sorry I'm not your favorite type of nigga. God forbid that my father wanted to actually be in my life.
And the thing is, it's obvious. It's rage bait. It's so obvious. And this doofus, goofy Kang took the bait, right? Because they're hell-bent and fixated on humbling and having ownership over mulattoes, their preference. They want ownership and dominion over mulattoes. So whenever a mulatto says something they don't like, they're hypersensitive. They're going to do everything in their power to try to correct the situation, to get this mulatto back on track to being a black identified hood booger and baby mama to a dark skinned Bantu. That's the protocol in the community. You look at like Tariq Nasheed, his baby mama, right? Peanut. Kendrick Lamar, okay? You look at his baby mama, not his wife, his baby mama, right? Mulatto, right? This is the standard protocol in their group. So they're extra fixated and hyper fixated and focused when they see a mixed race woman, a mulatto woman who does not identify with the dark skinned community. Like they got to course correct right away. That's why they're hyper. See, it's so obvious. When I first found this woman, Brittany Venti, no shade to her game. I know she's making money on all her platforms. No shade to her. But it's like the rage bait concept. It's very obvious to see. And this guy, they fall for it. Look at this guy here. You can see on the side. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can zoom in a bit. I know sometimes it could be kind of a little, difficult to see. I think this is adequate enough. Okay. The guy, Tengen, whatever. Look on the side. It says right here, pro black men, pro anime. Hashtag LOL gang. So right away, you already know the angle. He's pro black male. Okay. And like that whole gender war shit, they're competing with black females to see whose biracial offspring will be the best servants for the blacks. That's what they're competing with each other on. That's why they're hell-bent trying to get mulattoes to identify with the dark-skinned community. So he sees this mulatto who doesn't identify with blacks. He's upset. He says right here, black father biracials equal pro athletes and actors. And he puts right here, black mother biracials equal white supremacists, school shooters, and right-wing grifters. Now, the whole right-wing grifter shit is all bullshit fake because most of the damn right-wing grifters that are mulatto, they got white moms. Most of them. I mean, the Sage Steele and Amala, the half Nigerian lady. I can't even pronounce her last name, Nigerian sounding name. And then like there's others I haven't, there's actually another right-wing grifter. She has a black mom, white dad. I forgot her name. I used to follow her a few years ago, a couple years ago. I forgot her name, but whatever. Yeah, she's mulatto. And yeah, so she has like a black mom, but I don't know. I feel like there's an even balance I see out here. If I get Sage Steele and then like Amala and these type of people, and who else I can name? Some other people that I follow, males on Instagram, whatever. I'm not gonna name their names. Um, but I follow them, whatever. I've messaged them a few times, but it's just like they got white moms and shit, and like they're still like right wing. They're on the right wing, right? And they marry into whiteness, and that's the whole process. Race isn't real, you know. It's just about your merit and how you work. But it's just funny how they all end up marrying white into whiteness, like you know. But they tell you that it's not about race, colorblind. Yeah, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. You got me. Cool. So I already understand what market they serve, but that's the whole thing. This guy here is clearly look pro black man. We already know what's going on. Okay, he's trying to claim that all his black offspring, oh yeah, they're gonna be pro athletes and actors. Yeah, sure. Your offspring are gonna be laughing at you, talking shit about your ass late at night, laughing at you, making money clowning your ass because you do the same. And we see it already with you people with like the black conservative grifter Brandon Tatum. They call him Officer Tatum, whatever. I already shared a clip where that dude, he has mixed kids. He has a mixed son. But then this guy's out here calling a mixed woman like, oh, you a half breed. He has a whole fucking white audience talking shit about a mixed woman because the mixed woman's liberal leaning. So he wants to talk and he's throwing her race under the bus, calling her a half breed. You see how these savages are way out of control. Even when they have mixed kids, they're throwing mixed people under the bus. Coach Greg Adams is another one. Coach Greg Adams. He's got mixed kids, but he even referenced before Mulatto, a lady calling her like a mixed breed or something. They do that slick shit. The dark skinned Bantu male. Then they got mixed kids and they try to pretend like, oh, their kids are gonna be better. It's like they're sitting here publicly. This is not like privately. They're publicly talking crap about mixed people, and then they got mixed kids. So I'm seeing that from these guys, and I'm sitting there laughing, like, well, we're gonna turn around, laugh at you, and make money in the process. This guy's sitting here talking about black father biracials equal pro athletes, actors. Okay. Yeah, Rachel True has a black mom. I follow her on this app on X. I like Rachel True. The lady in the craft. She was in the craft in I think Dave Chappelle's movie. I think it was a Half Baked or something. Yeah. I like Rachel True, mulatto lady. Yeah, she has a black mom, so she's an actress. So what? And then you got like what? Lenny Kravitz got a black mom. Is a guitar legend, literally. I like Lenny Kravitz and Slash, and then it's a pro athlete. So you got the Bubba. But what's the cat's name? Bubba something Wallace, I think, the race car driver. He's a black mom, right? So right off the bat, I already debunked you. And I'm a white mom, black dad, biracial, and I don't give a fuck what you blacks have to say about shit. Because I go over on TikTok, I'm seeing a lot of you fools talk about this whole, oh, which parents which, your white mom or a black dad. It's always them. It's always the, that's what they say. It's always the white moms. I don't give a fuck what you people have. I don't identify with you people. Okay, go talk to the pussy bitch ass biracials. They're plentiful. That's most of them out here. Whether it's YouTube, Instagram, X, or TikTok, I'm the guy that gives these mulattoes courage and confidence to be themselves. I'm the guy. I already see the landscape. Most of them are going to be punks kissing your black ass, trying to be in good grace with you. I don't have that issue. When I deal with you, you're going to tap dance, sing, or you're going to give me some money. Okay, that's the type of guy you're dealing with. So I already debunked your bullshit right here about your whole narrative you're pushing about the black father, biracials, the pro athletes and actors. No, on both sides, we have the best, excellence, mulatto excellence on both sides. Black mom, white mom, regardless. Okay, so you got checked right there. You thought you did something. You got nothing but these, kangs in your comment section. You're not doing shit because now the biracials, we got a microphone. We're going to clown your ass now. Someone puts here, she's on video with a group of white supremacists marching together in Charlottesville, Virginia. Not only do the black community has to worry about pookies and coons, we have to include children of divestors. That's the narrative they push. If it's just a normal black woman who happens to fall in love with a white guy and they start a family, all of a sudden they frame her as like a divester. How the hell do you know that the lady's mom's a divester? What evidence do you have that this lady's mom's a divester? Maybe she just met a guy who like treated her better than every other guy out there. No, according to them, it's automatically if she's black and she's with the white guy, they're gonna frame her as a divester. Okay. A person put African doll puts here from the demographic that doesn't even stick around to raise their kids. Yeah, black males. Yeah. Yeah, they got a lot of shit to talk, but it's like where's their businesses, their associations? It's funny, I was thinking about that the other day. They got more than a lot of these mulattoes out here. That's the sad part because a lot of these mulattoes, like I'm going to say it again, they're fucking punks and pussies. They suck off dark skinned Bantus. They identify with the dark skinned Bantu. They want to be down with their hood. They ain't got no businesses or associations, but yet the black males actually got associations. There's a association. I remember a while back, I was at like a MLK parade and they had a booth there. That's the thing. These guys, they do recruiting. It's not only the Hebrew Israelites. You have these other orgs. It was called 100 Black Men, something like that. I think that's the name of the organization. I can do a quick search if I'm naming it right. Yeah, it's called 100 Black Men. That's the name of the organization. There's a black male advocacy group. Okay. And they have chapters throughout the country, an association. It's called 100 Black Men. So they have their associations. Where the fuck are the mulatto ones? The mulattoes are too busy being punks and bitches to dark skinned fucking Bantus. I'm the outlier here. I'm the bad guy, the radical. I will hurt your feelings. I see it for what it is. You guys can think you're special all you want, but I already know when I turn off the app and I go about my business, I already know you guys are just going to turn around, sucking off dark skinned Bantus, trying to act just like them, trying to act like you're tough in the hood. That programming, you just want to act just like them, just like the fucking Bantu. I already know. I already know. No hate, no shame. I don't care. Unsubscribe, unfollow. I'll replace your weak ass. It doesn't matter. I already know. A lot of you guys, you act just like the fucking Bantu. You want to be down with them. You talk big on the internet. You act just like them. Yeah, like I said, they already got their associations. They got 100 Black Men. They got a black male advocacy association across this nation where they have chapters in different cities and they're attending these parades and events like MLK Day. Like they do like active recruiting and they get people to sign up and like they have that shit. So I'm sitting there, what the fuck are the biracial men doing? You know what are they doing? They're serving the Bantus. That's what they're doing because they're down in the hood. Look, my whole thing is I'm very vocal how specificity will will do us wonders. And I'm unapologetic about that because I see these whole kind of mixed and queer type of characters. They're brand new, whatever. They think they're gonna bring in like, oh, we're all mixed and all. But okay, that's cool. Yeah, just why are you using the name mulatto? Like, if you want to do all this mixed and queer shit, like just drop the mulatto name, bro. Like the mulatto stuff, like they want to bastardize it and make it to where everybody can just hijack the whole mulatto title and label. And I'm not cool with that. But I see how you guys move and you operate. It's that mixed and queer shit. The homo global agenda. They want to use mulattoes to kind of erase this concept of race, essentially. They want everybody whole, yeah, no identity, no identity. And arguing with blacks all day, if you want to make your dumb content, that's not going to help anybody out. Okay. It's entertainment. You guys, you pedestalize these blacks, you put them on your panel. Is it just for entertainment or jokes? Like you already know what like their whole job, the Bantu, is to get you off your square and to waste your time. They already know it's inevitable. We're going to build with each other. Their whole position is to waste your damn time and they want to center themselves. You're anti-black, you're colorist, but yet the most anti-black, the most colorist are them, the dark skinned community. That's why it's hilarious, like the projection. But you guys like buy into that and want to like argue with them and like they're not genuine. They're very disingenuous. They're not, you know, Some of these people, like I guess newbies, I guess I can say, I don't know. They just pretend. Let me continue on. Sounds terrible. When will you go back to Africa and avoid white people as much as possible? Actions speak louder than words. Walk the walk. Why would I go to Africa when my ancestors have been here longer than yours? Yeah, there's one of these FBA guys, right? They want to bastardize other races of people. Like Tariq Nasheed, who's got a mixed race queen, right? His baby mama. That's what it is. They want to bastardize mulattoes to compete with the mulatto men, and they're doing that with the whites as well. Like I said, Officer Tatum and Coach Greg Adams. You have the dark skinned Bantus on the right wing grifter market, right? Even the guy on the lefty guy, he's a gay. What's the guy's name? Don Lemonade. You heard of him? Don Lemonade. He's got like a white gay boy partner or something. Yeah, but they talk all this pro black shit about racism and injustice and like all the BLM leaders, right? Racism, white supremacy, but yet they sleep with whites. Like these are completely confused and fucked up people. But then they project that on the mulattoes. And I'm sitting there looking at mulattoes like, you guys, haven't you figured it out already? Like, haven't you figured it out? Like, you think you can reason with this. You just got to move away and distance yourself and build with those who are similar to you. Black men are more likely to M that word. I don't want to say it, get shut up, and light skinned kids. Damn. Damn. Some of you guys probably have some thoughts on that. I'll let you guys kind of put your opinion on that. By the way, guys, shameless plug. Go follow me on X if you're not already. I'm I've been exploring with the Mulatto Vanguard page on X, and there's not a lot of mulatto content that I do see. I mean, I can like retweet and post and put comments, but I don't get a lot of engagement over on X. So hopefully that will change in the future. But I think a lot of the users, though, as far as like mulatto consciousness, is going to be here, of course, on this platform, YouTube, but also on like TikTok and Instagram. Yeah. So I don't know with X. I don't really see Twitter X. I don't really see that many mulattoes kind of navigating and challenging the rhetoric. So that's why I don't get that much engagement, but I still have it. It's still there. And I'm obviously still utilizing it. I can pull this information from there, kind of bring it over here. All right. Okay, this one right here says biracials shoot at school. And then someone put it, this guy right here, see the black males, they always use this guy. Like every group has a boogeyman they use, a confirmation bias. Now, black males, for their argument to say that black um, dad biracials are better than black mom biracials, black males, they use this guy as a scapegoat. This guy right here is what Harper Mercer. It's a black mother, white father. He said he hated black men specifically. His manifesto. This is a guy. I think he went on like a shooting spree or something in Oregon, the state of Oregon. I forgot exactly when. I don't have all the details. It happened several years ago, but I know within social media, black males use this guy as a confirmation bias to justify their already their bias. And every group does that. We know, like with the monoracial Asians, they use the Hoppa guy. What's his name? Elliot Rogers, the guy who was like an incel who ran over people in Santa Barbara. He was mad he wasn't getting any tail. It crazy, especially at that school, which is like the biggest like hookup culture kind of school university in California, which I'm from. I had a neighbor who went there talking about like orgies and threesomes and shit. So the reputation for that school is already there. Where people, if you go there and you don't get laid, like you're just ugly or you're a loser. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, seems like it's pretty easy to get action at that university, Santa Barbara. But this Hoppa guy, Elliot Rogers, he wasn't getting any tail. And he went on like an incel rage, right? And he ran over some people. It was kind of a big case several years back. And yeah, but the Asian males, they use him as an example. Like they always bring up him as being like a Hoppa representative, which I think it's unfair. And I'm not even talking about like Hoppa issues, whatever. That's not my lane, but I see what they're doing. They're using Elliot Rodgers to try to represent like all Hapa males. It's fucked up, but they're doing that. And it's the same thing these blacks do, these black males, when they're talking about black mom biracial men. They're going to use an image of him and say something like you're defective or something. They play the same game. We can say the monoracial supremacist. Now, shout out to Mulatto Mindset because he's the one that first coined that term. And I like the way he phrases that because that's precisely what you see. It's these monoracial supremacists, not only black and white. I just gave you guys an example. We see Asians do that. They use a mixed race Hapa as an example as being like defective, like Elliot Rodgers. And then that's what these black males, these monoracial supremacists, that's what they do with this guy. So don't fall for the bait. This is some outlier who had mental illness. He had some issues, but the black males are going to use him to justify their bias. Okay, that's the key thing. So I want to cover this to let you guys know we see their strategy, we see their game. We're not impressed. Only the hood boogers and biracial baby mamas are going to be impressed by these savages. The rest of the decent, civilized mulatto men with some integrity and some balls, we're not interested in what you're doing or saying unless you're going to pay us. You're going to give us money. The guy puts here, yes, we know black women are the highest child. A isn't new. Is this keep telling lies, keeps catching up. So another like crime statistics, etc. Guy puts here, this is a myth created by non-mixed people. No biracial any better than the other. And I liked it and I reposted it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who this person is. You are obsessed. Vegan, Pisces, chick who can cook, whatever, lady. But yeah, it's a myth. Let me see what the comments say. Black fathers are objectively better. You guys see that? And it's another look. He's got like some Kang. That's why I laugh. I say Kang. He's got some dark skinned Bantu standing in front of pyramids, some animation. And we're supposed to believe he was like a ruler or a king when we know you're a fucking dark skin that serves the pale white boys. Like, let's be honest and be real with ourselves. Like, you can put all these little fake cartoon images in front of, pyramids all you want and fantasize and romanticize something that didn't even happen, hundreds of years ago. You can pretend all you want, but look at you today. You work for whites, okay? And it's most of you do. You work for whites. I'm sitting there like, what? You're a Kang or something, like, and you're sitting here saying that black fathers are objectively better. How? And look at your fucking community. You don't even help out your own black women, your black daughters in your own damn community. Like the out of wedlock birth rates are insane. It's the highest with you people. It's white supremacy's fault. It's everybody's fault. There's no accountability with you people. And we're all laughing. My whole thing is, look, I tell the mulatto men, make sure you get money, you deal with these people. They're going to cry racism. That's all they got. Okay. Make sure they pay you or they dance or give you some entertainment. Get something from them. Please. Mulatto men, have some balls. I mean, I know I kind of pushed some buttons a few minutes ago, was talking shit, saying most of you are punks. And a lot of you are. Let's be real. You think you're fucking black and you want to act tough with me. I don't give a shit about your bitch ass. If you're black identified, you're a mulatto. Fuck you. I have no business with you. I'm not trying to recruit you. I don't want you over here. I don't want to deal with you. You're fucking worthless. Go suck off a dark-skinned Bantu in peace over there. You're in the wrong spot. But for the mulatto men who have dignity, pride, and integrity, make sure you get something you deal with these people. I always tell you guys that. Look at this guy talking about black fathers are objectively better. How? How? Where's the stats? Where's the information to suggest that? Because you guys don't even take care of your own damn black daughters, monoracial black, in your own fucking community. How is it that anybody that's raised by you is better? It doesn't make any. This guy, like he says there, is that why BM, WM have the highest divorce rates? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You guys, they spread these lies and shit. Look at this guy's comment. Nah, there is biracials with black fathers superior. I'm not the one putting this shit, guys. It's them. And these are all these black males trying because they want to justify sleeping out with non-black women and have an offspring. They want to claim the offspring as being black. Okay. This is what it is, and they want to act like they're still pro-black and oh, they got the CDO father. All that rhetoric is super deep and instilled in all their whole philosophy. This kind of black male superiority, but they work for whites. How the fuck are you creatures superior? You work for whites. Build your own shit. Build your own nation that's comparable with any other country. Okay, you rely on tourism. Most of your nations rely on tourism. It's not built off technology, engineering, infrastructure like that, sciences, and medicine. No, your economies that bring in the most. It's tourism, which is basically whites who go to your country for fucking vacation. The Bahamas, Caribbean, even West Africa, etc. All these black nations, like you're bringing in money from tourism. Whites, non-blacks, whites going there spending money, disposable income. And I just don't understand. Like you guys are using this superior language. That's what I'm telling you. Like they cry about white supremacy, but then they turn around and act just like white supremacists. This guy's using this language superior. It's interesting, isn't it, guys? Right? But of course, the fucking hood rat biracial baby mama is not going to say nothing about that. She's only going to cry like a cunt about the biracial man. She's mad that we got options. We're dissing her because she's a loser. No, we got options. We only deal with elegant, self respecting mulattoes over here. We don't deal with Pookie's leftovers. You guys suck. You're smelly. You're scum. We're not interested. No, we have options over here. So yeah, you're gonna wonder if Pookie's fucking leftovers are gonna come over here talking shit about us, but they're never going to check the Bantu who's using white supremacist language, talking about superior, black fathers superior. Yeah, no sources. So what's gonna be their defense now? Because I have a black father, I have black family, and I have a white mom. What? And I'm out here debunking all of these Kangs. So what's their defense? What are they gonna say now? Mulatto Vanguard, I know you got a white mom. Yeah, I do. Fuck you, savages. I'm not a part of you. You're not paying me. I don't do business. Well, what? Go talk to one of these pussy biracials. And you guys try to get them on your side all the time, all up in these TikTok spaces. you know, they bring up a Bantu on the panel. They make it all about them. It's anti-black. It's colorism. You biracials being proud of your light skin. That's colorism. That's all they're gonna do every day. All right. Black people love to cope. They put source, your tweet. Okay, yeah. Zendaya black, daddy black. So what? So what? Her dad's black. Her mom's white. So what? You put Jordan Peele. Yeah, there's just more because and that what that shows is that these black males want to date out other groups of women and not even commit to their own women to build their own community. That's why you as a mulatto man, okay, if you're pro mulatto, you tell me you're pro mulatto. That's cool. But like if you're dating out and you're dealing with these other groups of women, it's like yeah, it's not gonna hold that much weight. Like we're not gonna do the black shit over here, where you have like a Phil Advice show, dark skinned Bantu, who's got a Mexican wife, and he's so pro black. Like I'm not doing that shit over here. Like this is why I praise mulattoes unapologetically, and that's primarily my support. I mean, I would say it's half and half, but I've from day one, I've always had mulattoes supporting me. There's no shortage. One mulatto gets mad as I say something that offends her, she leaves, another one replaces her. It's nonstop. It's always been that way. And yeah, so it's like if you're a mulatto dude and like you're praising these other women or trying to date out, okay, do that, but like are you really kind of pro mulatto? Are you? Like you want to do what these blacks do right over here? Like Phil Advice show. You're not even dedicated to your own race of women, but you're so pro black. Fuck out of here, man. Yeah, Jordan Peele. Yeah, that's because most of the biracials in the United States have black fathers. And like I said, what that is, it's basically it's showing that black men don't even commit to their own women, their own communities. That's all it shows. It's not showing that black father biracials are any better than anybody. We're not. All it's showing is that black men date out. They don't even like themselves and they look in the mirror. They want other races of women to feel validated. That's a big fucking L. And don't put this on us, on the sons and daughters of these dudes. We didn't ask to be here, or we're here now. It's like that song "Smells Like Teen Spirit" with Kurt Cobain, Nirvana. Here we are now. Entertain us. right? Here we are now, entertain us. Yeah. Like, we didn't ask to be here, but we're here now. So yeah, entertain us or pay us or get the fuck out our way. The guy puts here, J. Cole, Holly Berry are just about any other biracial somewhat in touch with their blackness. This is Mexican. They're a Mexican flag. I don't give a shit what the fuck you have to say about anything. You're just in the conversation, whatever. I'm a black man with a biracial daughter. She is incredible in every regard. Biracial children, white dads are different. Yeah, you see, this is all this whole pro black male spot. What I'm doing is I'm showing you guys that whatever corner on the internet you turn, the X space, the TikTok space, you're going to see the same arguments being deployed by the same usual suspects, because the same language that these black males are using here on this X thread, the black females are using that in the TikTok threads. The same identical language, trying to basically state their case for why their biracial offspring is better because them as a black woman or them as a black male, they grounded them in the culture, right? And so they don't agree with the lady Brittany Venti, but instead of basically, arguing with her and her talking points, they're going to talk about her parents. They're going to bring it up like her parents, like that. Like, see, this is what they always do to you guys. Always. You are black. Please don't ever speak on mixed race people. Why are whites and blacks so obsessed with us? Yeah. I guess this person's mulatto, I guessing. I don't know. Vegan and disco. But yeah, I love what she's putting here. Yeah, you are black. Yeah, this is a Bantu. You're a Bantu. You got a mixed kid. Okay, your mixed kid's gonna grow up. They're gonna identify with us. That's why they're fearful. That's why you have these older blacks jumping in our comment section. Don't use the word mulatto. I never call my child mulatto. Tough. Your child's gonna grow up and start calling themselves mulatto. They're gonna find my channel. There's nothing you could do about it, boy. No, your community is a shithole, and that's why you dated out. You got a white woman. You want to run away from your shithole community, but you want your mulatto child to still identify with the community that you ran away from. What type of weak, coward, bitch shit is that? That's why you don't get respect. No, you got to pay me or dance, or that's it. That's your options here. This idea where I'm supposed to sit here and deal with you for free on the free, fuck you. I don't owe you anything. Go talk to the hood rat biracial baby mamas who just want a community, want to belong. Okay, yeah, well, go get a dark skinned Bantu. Have fun over there. And you chicks, like, you end up just like the black women, single moms and shit. Dark skinned Bantus abusing you. And I hear these stories even within these spaces, man. It's incredible. It's incredible, It's pathetic. It's not only incredible, it's pathetic. They get the same results as the black women, and yet they have something to say about the biracial man. But it's like, you chose to be with the black dude. Now you're baby mama with the black eye from the black guy, and somehow it's the biracial man's fault. Like, like, with that whole Cassie thing was so funny, man. People expected me to like say some shit about that. Like, why do I care? Like, she's with the dark skinned Bantu. Like, that's the guys she's with. She got the results she got. I mean, have fun. Why, how is that my problem? She wasn't with the biracial guy, mulatto guy. No, she was with a dark skinned Bantu. Oh, but she's a biracial female. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. Oh, cool, cool. But she's a free woman. She's her own person. She can do what she wants, and she made her decision. And I'm sitting here with my popcorn, just enjoying the show. So I don't know why people act like I'm supposed to say something about it. It's not my problem. You deal with Bantus, you get Bantu problems. That's kind of on you. Okay. And the person puts here, nah, white man, black female combo creates mentally ill offsprings. See that? You guys see, like, and it's, I'm going to read a couple more and then move on because it's kind of exhausting. I'm already kind of exhausted listening to myself and just covering this type of material because it is kind of negative. Even me, myself, I'm kind of a negative fella at times, granted, but especially covering this type of material because there's so much confusion involved. Like, these people create us out of chaos and confusion in a lot of cases, not all, but a lot of cases they create us out of their own self-hate. And it's very damaging to us. But we have to sit here and analyze this and strategize. But okay, how do we move forward? We want different results. We want a community that's thriving. We want people who support each other. We have businesses, we have arts, culture, we have infrastructure. Like we want that. We want to feel like we belong, we're part of the tribe, we're validated. And like, but we examine them and these people, how they weaponize us against each other. It's like someone's got to talk about this. It's not like the nicest topic and video or live stream to make, but someone's got to cover this material. You don't have nobody else covering it. So I got to be the guy. I got to be the bad guy. I'm going to give you my unapologetic, advice or, commentary, straight up no chaser. My delivery is going to be harsh. I'm going to hurt some feelings. And I hope a few of you unsubscribe. I hope so. Because, yeah, others will find me. They will subscribe. And we're going to continue to do what we're doing. It's not for everybody. So I don't know. Some people, I consider myself to be nice, level headed. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I'm not your average every day. And I love the fact that I'm unique. The uniqueness, I embrace my uniqueness. This ain't for everybody. This isn't a mixed and queer space like these other these pretenders who want to claim their mulatto identity. But then you realize, okay, you're just basically, it's the whole mixed and queer. We're all the same. All the mixed people unite. Okay, cool. Have fun with that. Yeah. This is the Mulatto Vanguard. Started 3 years ago. We're moving into the future. This is a mulatto spot. So I just gotta let people know what's up. They want to pretend. You do the mixed and queer shit all you want. That's cool. I have no issue with it, but it's just, yeah. Like this is mulatto centered over here. So people will feel excluded. That's perfectly fine. There's a space for them elsewhere. They can, but this is a mulatto space. You have a white parent and a black parent or two mulatto parents. Maybe one of your parents, you have some indigenous roots, indigenous blood. That's okay. That's a mulatto with admixture, the way I see it. But yeah, these other, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to mix us all in. They already tried that before, and they'll get the biggest numbers. They'll grow the most for sure because that's what all you have. And the pages, the social media pages with the largest followings, if they're like mixed, quote unquote mixed, whatever, it's like it's just gay and pro black. Like they have all these other groups. It's not specific off one specific mixed race classification like mulatto. And that's yeah, with all the pages. I don't have to name them, but that's what you see out here. We're all the same. Everybody, let's end racism. Let's be a bridge. And it's okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Basically pro black because they validate black people. They bring blacks on their panel. They center black people. That's all it is. They let blacks waste their time. It's like, how is that like mulatto focus? How is that strategizing? We already know what the game is with Bantus. They want to waste your time, make it all about them. You're colorist, you're racist. They're projecting and hiding the fact that they're the most racist and colorist. They have all this shit they're talking about light skinned men. And I feel sorry for light skinned dudes who that's all they know. They grew up there in that community. They don't know any better. They think it's normal to be disrespected like that. But you turn around, you disrespect a dark skinned Bantu, then they like get all uppity and angry. They cry to their white massa, try to cancel you and shit, report your social media. Like, oh damn, interesting. Interesting. So they do love white folks. They're gonna call on them white folks to try to G check your ass. And then you guys just run back. You ran back. You guys got to create your blue vein society, create your red bone society. You're a griff. You're a lighter skin. You're not the same as a dark skinned Bantu. Why don't you create your griff society? You're not going to come over here and hijack what the mulattoes are doing. I won't let you. Maybe the pussy weak ass mulattoes, they'll let you, but I'm not going to let you punk and take our shit. Just why don't you go create your own shit? Create your griff society, create the blue vein, all the red bone community. Like, why don't you create that stuff? I'm for it. I'm all for it. Let me continue on. The off niggas and the niggas ain't ish mentality non-black American women have, especially African women, and white men possess crazy. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Nearly every significant mixed person with a white father are 19th and 20th century figures conceived through grape. There's a major difference, at least among those that gain popularity. We are talking about modern day people. Yeah. Person puts here only possible if you think mothers and fathers are interchangeably roles. White father, black mother is a white cultural foundation and a low self esteem nurture. The coding there is interesting. What does he mean by that? White father, black mother is a white cultural foundation he puts in a low self esteem nurture. What does that mean? Low, but if a white woman who's rejected by the white community is with the, because there's a lot of, most mulattoes or biracials in the United States have white moms, and we're not all the same, because you have white women who come from trash, from a fucking trailer park. I know one of my biggest ops, I can say quote unquote op, on this app has got like 50 fucking mug shot I was gonna say 50 fucking mug shots. All right, talking all this shit, multiple time baby mama. She's pregnant, had a kid when she was a teenager. She's different baby daddy. I mean, this is a complete ghetto mess. My nickname for her starts with ghetto. And she's got a white mom, and it's like, yeah, but she grew up with her white mom on a fucking trailer park somewhere out in Florida. Like, we're not the same. Like, I'm not the same as a person like that. I don't come from white trash. But you have a lot of biracials, mulattoes in the United States, who have white trash moms who were conceived like by a black trash father and a white trash mom, and they grew up in shitty conditions. So is that person, is that, are they going to instill high self-esteem, nurturing? Like this Bantu here is trying to claim that a black mom, a white father, if they're saying low self-esteem nurturing, it's like that's exactly the same we see with somebody's white mom once and grew up on a fucking trailer park. Like, who are we kidding here? Who are we kidding? The complete biases that we see right here. Yeah, because like, I don't come from that trash on either side of my family, black or white. I don't come from that trash. So I see some of these biracials who grew up in these shitty. I was like, I can't identify, really relate with you guys that much. I'm sorry. There is a level of classism, I guess. Like, my whole thing is I want to connect with the mulattoes who more so have, number one, a backbone. Number two, some integrity and dignity. And number three, I would say, yeah, kind of maybe not the most pressing issue is that those who kind of grew up in a similar background, have similar understanding, or cultured, etc. Like, that's why I like mulatto mindset. I think he's a suburban dude like me, and the mixed lens as well. Like, there's a lot of other mulattoes as well. Like, we kind of grew up in similar environments where it's like, yeah, we kind of understand. Even Mulatto Mermaid, shout out to Mulatto Mermaid. Me and her, we connect as well because it's similar. We grew up in similar kind of environments, obviously different geographical areas, but nevertheless, kind of our upbringings, there's a lot of similar overlap there. And yeah, but some of these ghetto people that we run into where it's like, man, I wasn't raised in the same like value system. These ghetto people, the ghetto white mom, and ghetto black dad who was never around and shit. I don't know. I can't relate to people. And we see that when these people are adults. They're jumping up on YouTube trying to like start shit with random people just for content because they have nothing else going on outside of their shitty ass little YouTube channel. They can't make money outside off of YouTube. So they jump on YouTube trying to clout chase, get some numbers. It's just it's very pathetic. The guy puts here a black father and non-black mother is a black cultural foundation and open-minded nurture. Yeah, you're playing yourself, bro. Mixed people aren't black. Yeah, we're not black. Mixed people are not black, never will be. Doesn't matter if your daddy black. You have a non-black mom. We're not black. The true identity of a person is always who the father is. Remember, the seed of your father. That is the black male supremacist argument they're always going to run with. The true nature of the black man is righteous, therefore his children will be good natured. You guys see the cope, like with all the stats of like criminality and the music, the gang music. And not all of them embrace that, but damn well most, we can say. With Kevin Gates, I see this like tattooed face Bantu sitting up here. People act like he's cool. Kodak Black, Kevin Gates, like they praise all these degenerate rappers. And you got mulattoes who want to act just like them. Like you got this guy, Spot him, got him. You heard this rapper is out there in Florida. Like you got dudes like that. Like it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad out here. It puts right here, black mothers are a curse for most young black men. You're almost guaranteed to be low IQ living in Section 8. Yeah, see, it's basically just hating on black women. But I got to share this to let you guys see, my unbiased approach, because if you're a black mom biracial, you're watching or listening, tuning into me, just watch. I mean, you're going to see my ops. They're going to sit there and try to convince you, oh, that mulatto vanguard, he doesn't like black mom biracials. They're going to try to separate us. These saboteurs who are already here, they've been working overtime even since I started. And they saw me pop up here making videos. They already were working overtime trying to destabilize us. They're going to push this crap. But then you see this whole live stream, you're like, how does is he really anti biracial? Like, regardless of the parentage configuration, it seems like this guy's pretty balanced, his approach. Make your own decision. Don't let these troll accounts and Bantu interlopers try to trick you. Because if you do get tricked by them, you got some little fruity ass troll account, sock puppet account, no profile picture, no public videos. You let them convince you of anything. Stay your ass over there. Don't come over here. I don't want you over here. If you're gonna let some little fruity troll hiding behind a avatar like convince you of anything, you're in the wrong spot. This isn't the channel for you, bro. Okay, I'm a real person. I connect with real mulattoes out here in this world. And if you're gonna be basically persuaded by some fucking troll channel on YouTube, like this is not the spot. Your ass needs to go somewhere else. Straight up. I don't want you over here. When the dad is white, 90% chance child is a bedwench or coon. See, this is their language. Dad black, usually child has a better chance in life. No stats, no data. This is just black male supremacist rhetoric. Because for a black man to get a nice looking white woman, he typically needs to be at least upper middle class. Bob Marley's father was white, you cretin. Yeah, exactly. And that's why they got only 13 likes, but they got 11 comments, just as many comments as likes. I don't even need to check it out. You guys can check it out for yourself. Because we already know the Bantu is going to be explaining, Bantu splaining, right? Because they love Bob Marley, but he's got a white father. So it makes all you Bantus males look stupid in here, debunking your ass. This is surprisingly accurate. Most biracial black moms become anti-black and they become white supremacist puppets. Isn't that interesting? Because I go over on TikTok, I'm seeing it's like all these black women talking about, oh, I know you got a white mom because you sound anti-black. And I'm like, well, I don't. You're black. I'm mixed. I don't identify with you, regardless of my mom. And if you want to try to use these biracials with black moms against us, I mean, you can only use them for so much. Like, because once you kind of chew them up and spit them out, like they're gonna have to create their own community. Like once we pull the receipts and we see, oh, they've been talking shit about me and my parents and all this stuff. I'm like, well, I don't want your ass over here. I'm not talking bad about you. I don't care about your parents. It's not my business. You didn't choose your parents. But when I see some of these people, they talk shit about me and my parents, and it's like, okay, and then you want to come over here and like play games with me. I'm like, I'm the wrong guy. I'm the wrong guy. The guy puts here, black father, biracials equal pro athletes, actors. Half of these athletes and actors were probably abandoned by their black father. Yeah, I know. I gotta like that one. Barack Obama, where the hell is his Kenyan father at? It was his white mom who raised him. Even Alicia Keys. Alicia Keys, she's I see pictures today with her and her white mom. And where the hell is her black father at? Probably abandoned her, but she wants to act like she's a black woman. Okay, cool. Have fun. Now, that's why I like Sage Steele. I don't like the political grift, the right wing grift. I'm not politically aligned with those philosophies. I mean, of course, I'm more Republican leaning. but just I can smell the grifty kind of media, social media grift bag, and I'm just not a fan of it. And but Sage still, her father's still around, her mother's still around. She has a black father and a white mother, and and her black father didn't abandon her. She's still around. He's an old man, super old, right? And so shout out to Sage Steele and her family, etc. So she debunks that whole narrative you're pushing here about like her black father didn't abandon her. But you see, like Obama, yeah, it did happen. And even guys like Tom Morello, man, I never see pictures of him and his father, but he's proud of his mom. His mom's Italian, and he's always posting her on his social media. And Tom Morello's kind of a shill for the radical left. He's probably my favorite guitarist, Tom Morello, but it's crazy the political kind of shill move. Like I said, even on the left, and I see guys like him that I admire is as an artist, a creator, an innovator, Tom Morello, like my favorite guitarist. But it's like, man, like the grifting and shit, like the shilling for the far left is just way too cringe. And I see it from the right, like with Sage Steele or something, or Amala, but then I see it with the mulatto men like Tom Morello who does it for left. It's like, I don't like any of that stuff, guys. Like, we're the normal, moderate people, the centered, the balanced mulattoes who are normal, who can look at both sides, but like, okay, they're both kind of fucked up. Let's find some middle ground, pun intended. Let's do that. Where is it at out here? Okay, person here put noticing offspring. Only a black man and a white woman can create something like this. See, this is just black male supremacy. And using noticing, which is the white boys have used that talking about Jews, like the Jewry, the Jewish kind of conspiracies. So he's using, their whole language there. Saying only a black man could create this. Now, her biggest fuck up in life is becoming a baby mama to the same black guy that abandoned her father, or maybe her black father wasn't around, abandoned her, left her without kind of an identity. So she's yearning, searching for an identity her whole life. So she finds some random dark skinned Bantu, spreads her legs for him. Then she, gets pregnant by him. Then he bounces, goes on to the next hood rat. And then now she's got a dark skinned kid, doesn't even look like her. Right. But she's part of the black community. She got black kids. Well, yeah, you're a mix. You're not black, but yeah, your kids are. Okay, sure. But she's going to use her kids as tokens for entry access to the community, right? I'm saying it's just such an L when like they're searching for this blackness and all they get in return is bastardized being a baby mama. And they've completely ruined your value. Right. And other men are looking at you like, well, they're never going to pay top price for you, sweetheart. Like, they're like, that's such an L. Like, they're never like, you're not going to get top price. Like, they're not going to spend money on you like that. Only maybe the white guys will. That's it. The white incel simps who like to be cucked. They like it when women wear strappies and kind of cuck them and do them in. Yeah, and I've seen a couple of mulattoes after you're bastardized by Bantus. You get with a white boy who's has some weird sick fetish. Yeah, those are only guys who are gonna do that shit. Let's be real. You put right here, but Drake. Yeah, Drake has a black father, right? And his father's still around. Didn't abandon him, right? You're right. You see pictures today with Drake, his white Jewish mother, and his black American father, right? Yeah, so good point. Thank you for that. Yeah, Drake is another one. So yeah, excellent point. Yeah. Biracial black fathers, professional athlete, Jalen, or an actress in is born biracial white mother, someone who's eventually going to jail, or someone who's going to get touched by their relatives and end up on OnlyFans soulless. Where's the evidence and stats to support this? That this whole OnlyFans kind of, analogy here, they're putting like, where's a reference for that? I don't get it. It's like some hood booger guy, Nick Jackson. Where is he getting his information? They're just spreading lies, right? Not gonna lie, this is true. Growing up, the kids with white dads, black moms be weirdos. Black dad, white mom, they usually cool as hell. Yeah, I'm super cool with you, bro. As long as you tap dance for me. This guy says black American, independent thinker, money is a motivation always. Cool, get your money, homie. But when I deal with you, I'm gonna want some of that. So yeah, this is all confirmation bias. That's all this whole thread is. Not lost on me that a bunch of men are on this anti-black mother biracials kick to shamelessly justify your own proclivity for race mixing while shaming women for doing the same. You ain't slick. And that's what it is, man. That's exactly what it's like. The divestors, the black females, and these guys here, these are these SYSBM, the black male divestors, they're competing with the black female divestors. Like, why are they complaining about black women dating out, getting a white guy, but yet these black guys want to do the same shit and they want to sit here and use biracials as proxies? My whole thing's you're biracial, you got pride in yourself and dignity. How can you sit here and not like question these individuals? How can you identify with them when they look at you as a tool, as a subordinate to do their bidding? They want to use you as a proxy, not only for political representation, but for clout. They want to steal your achievements. They need you for numbers. And that's the key thing. They want to act like, oh, the population of black people are growing and the browning of America. All the mulattoes are growing. They're replenishing and replacing a lot of the blacks with like black immigrants who don't identify with the former slaves. Completely different scenario. But they want to claim us to be a part of their group and shit. I've seen it on TikTok as well, where they're trying to claim biracials as black, but they're going to claim Africans aren't black. That's the psychological pathology we see from these characters. In some of these spaces, you can't make it up, man. We could talk about that another day. That's kind of a sideshow thing, but it's so bizarre. Like, there's xenophobia. They don't want to claim continental Africans as black, but they want to claim us as black, and we got like a whole white parent. Fuck out of here. Not the same as you people. I heard Kendrick Lamar dancing around. I heard it loud and clear. I'm just hoping a lot of the slow ass cry racials will wake up and get a backbone. Didn't you hear Kendrick Lamar's song, Not Like Us? He's talking about your bitch ass too. Yeah, as soon as you say something he doesn't like, oh, you ain't black, you got a white mama. Oh, you ain't black, you got a white father. See? And you guys haven't figured it out yet? You get mad at my delivery? Well, go listen to someone else that's going to coddle your feelings. Loud and wrong. Y'all just hate the fact that the mom, the black one, and y'all weird. Okay. Crazy you think athletes and actors are the best our community has to offer. Yeah, well, it's typical, huh? What not you're not talking about the scientists or anything else. Yeah, it's just athletes, entertainers, because all they want to do is dance and sing for whites. That's why, like, shout out to Iberian Mulatto. Like he pointed out, biracials look really fucking stupid trying to identify with blacks and like kind of serve blacks to prove their blackness when the blacks are just serving whites. So it's like it doesn't make any sense. How the hell are you gonna like serve one group who wants to serve another group? That doesn't make any sense. So shout out to Iberian Mulatto. Yeah, he points it out. I've seen that as well. That's what it is, literally. Bantus in America are serving whites. Okay. Out in the open, unapologetically. And that's why this guy's talking about, yeah, the actors and the athletes, they got the best biracials. We dancing and singing, throwing a ball around for them white folks. That's their best. Oh yeah, that says a lot about you. No scientists, no engineers. Yeah, got it. Got it. Her mom was a self-hating, white passing biracial who procreated with the white man and had her. The B is white with African ancestry. But I thought the one drop rule, because remember, these same Bantus, they're going to turn around and talk about one drop rule. But all of a sudden, if they don't like you, then they're going to acknowledge your autonomy, that you're independent from them. Then they're going to say, oh, well, you're basically just white. You got some African ancestry. Oh, all of a sudden, that's that weaponization of the one drop rule. They'll pull you in and then push you out. Depending on if they like you, their mood, their little feelings, right? Yeah, so now all of a sudden they're going to say she's white with African ancestry. But I thought you people loved the one drop rule. What happened? What happened? I thought you said we can't get away from you because the white man gonna pull us over and remind us we just like you. I thought that's what you said because we got the one drop rule. What happened? Oh yeah. Puts here, I don't like biracial mixing with white dads, leading produce more insane. The kick is the black mom usually hates her kick or is very bigoted against her kid, then add a white dad. And it's, I don't know, weird. Black mother biracial seem to produce more attractive children in their case. If they turn out evil, they're better looking evil people. I don't know. Doja Cat and the Tate brothers have black fathers. Yeah. And so does Obama and Neil deGrasse Tyson and who else? I don't know, you name it. There's a lot of them. Not proving anything there. There was a Nordic supremacist account that I even interacted with in early 2023 later revealed that his mom was black and was a browner than an average Indian. Yeah, I don't know. Black women who date white men usually hate black people, so you end up with this. It's the same with the black males. Look at Officer Tatum. He built his whole career talking crap about black people. He has a majority white audience. He's a black male. Has a white partner. He's like the biggest hater and he's black. Like, what? I don't understand. And yeah, you have the flip side of that. You have like a Candace Owens who's just doing the same crap, the same grift. They're both buddy buddy. They're dark skinned Bantus. They side with each other. They serve whites and they side with each other against mulattoes. It's the same deal. I'm trying to get the weak, dummy, pussy mulattoes to figure it out. You don't have to like me, but bitch, prove me wrong. You can't do that. All they do is ad hominem attacks, some personal shit that's unrelated. They can never prove me wrong. When I tell you the Bantu, they work together. They do this gender war bullshit, but they click up like Voltron and work together to serve whites to neutralize mulattoes. None of you people can prove me wrong. None of you can. It's all the ad hominem attacks. I don't like your delivery or approach. Good. Go listen to someone else because you're not going to get this type of mulatto information anywhere else. I'd love to see where you're going to get it at. The thing I hate about her is that her entire identity, I look white, but I'm black. Like, that's cool, but in the real world, nobody gives a bird size. Yeah, you do because you commented. Sure. Cope. Um, Guy puts here black father, biracials equal fathers, biracial. Sage Steele proves you wrong. Drake proves you wrong. Drake's the most successful musical artist on the market. Black father is still around. So you just got proven wrong. Is he an outlier? Yeah, you can say that. But there's other examples. I've never ever met a mixed girl with a black mother that was cool. I don't know, whatever. Some troll, all these trolls and shit. A coon trying to rationalize his coonery. The black mother biracial is worse, massa. His appeals in vain, yeah. So, I think I kind of yapped a lot. Where are we at? An hour. Okay, we're at an hour. Okay. Nonsense. We're not beating your meat after Holly Berry in the early 90s to name biracial with white mothers. How about Alicia Keys, Mariah Carey, Barack Obama, white mothers, both? I don't know. Y'all are pathetic. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, I just wanted to oh, that's funny. This guy put right here, Andrew Tate's daddy is black. Yeah, Emery Tate, who could possibly be a griff. That's why Tate and his brother look more quote unquote white presenting. Whatever. And then they put here and Miss B Nasty. Okay, Miss B Nasty is Mulatto, OnlyFans chick. And they're plentiful. Ask me how I know. There's a lot of them. Mulatto OnlyFans chicks. And that's what he's talking about. This person here. Andrew Tate's dad's black. And yeah, so yeah, Miss B Nasty. It's like, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think I kind of covered most of it here. Yeah. So I think I'll just get into your comments and keep it pushing as usual. Amala. Yeah, how do we pronounce her last name? Because I have a difficult time pronouncing it. Ekpunobi. Ekpunobi. Amala Ekpunobi. It's kind of unusual. I know she's like half Nigerian. Yeah, she's like a mulatto on the right, conservative grifter. And like her, she's pretty. I like looks pretty, whatever. But I had to unfollow her. She was talking shit about Drake. Like, nah, fuck you. You got Amanda. You got what's the lady Amber Rose who was standing up for Drake. It's like, okay, I respect that. I respect that. I like that. I like that. Amber Rose, a major W. But yeah, we have Amala. You want to talk shit about the biracial man to get some fucking brownie points from who? From whites or from blacks? Like, well, what do you think? We're watching you now, or what? We're watching you now. Yeah, the biracial men are going to hold you accountable. If you want to go run off the whites or whatever, or the blacks, that's cool. But once they punk you and do you in, please do not turn to us to act like we're supposed to give a shit and use our social media to spread awareness. And no, 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 no. You openly disrespected us. You talk shit about Drake. Okay, you think you're funny. It's cool and trendy, and I'm watching. I'm noticing that. Nah, and the mulattoes who respect biracial and mulatto men, they get rewarded for that. And as we see Amber Rose, yeah, she's gonna get rewarded for that. We're going to defend her honor. We're not going to let anybody jump over here and try to like slander her name and talk shit. We're going to defend her. Okay. Shout out to Amber Rose. But Amala Ekpunobi, nah, I don't care about that conservative grift. Doesn't make sense because monoracial black men and white men have more violent men who do these type of crimes. Yeah. Shout out to you, Val. And then you put here, they don't have many bad things to say about us. There are always more bad things to say about them. So one mulatto is like 50 of them. You put, and for the part for black fathers, black single mothers will treat the fathers of their children like trash, and that due to reckless birthing children, their behavior will set the kids to be. You put, that's actually an old stereotype of mixed race and biracial people that has been promulgated in the US as well. Always be aware of people who use the insanity smear against mulatto people. It's a nasty tactic on the part of those who are anti-mixed race. Sure. Yeah, definitely. And they want to sabotage us and basically put a splinter between us. And that's what the Blackistan is doing with this whole gender war crap, with the whole black mom, white mom. I'm kind of, I guess I can say, disheartened and kind of what's the word I want to use? I'm disappointed is the best word. I'm disappointed when I see on TikTok and I see some of these mulattoes who have black moms and like they agree with black women who say, "Oh, black mom biracials are different." And I see some of these mulattoes who agree with that. I'm disappointed in them. I'm like, "Really? Like you really think you're special because they praise you today?" But what about when they don't praise you and they throw you under the bus? Well, then what? Then you're gonna look really fucking dumb, you know? And that's why I'm disappointed how some people that have such low self-esteem, they fall for it. They just want black people to pat them on the head. You a good little doggy. You a good little half breed. You identify with blacks. You good, right? It's very pathetic at this point. I wish people would start to realize. You look at all the evidence right in front of you. You know what they're doing. You see the black females, what they do on TikTok. You see what the black males are doing on X. I'm just shared with you all these examples. You see what they're doing, right? I never fell for this black mom, white mom nonsense. I already knew that AAs can't be trusted. Most of everything they say is a lie, even with each other. Good point. That's why I love you. That's why you are a moderator here. You are one of the special ones because you get it. You see it. I agree. I don't understand why blacks tell each other errors that are not accurate. It hurts me to see that. It's better to digest a lie than to accept the truth. Uh, yeah, they're very sensitive people. Mulatto Vanguard. There is a movie called The Strays that makes a biracial woman a villain, and I want to see her action. I think I saw that. I think that was with what's the lady's name? I did see that when it came out. Yeah, it's with she's mulatto, Nigerian ancestry. I think her father's Nigerian. She's a British mulatto. Uh, she was on a TV show or yeah, a mini series I liked. It's Ashley Madikwe. That's yeah. And on in the show, they they frame her as a light skinned black woman. Let me fucking share this shit. Yeah, it's Ashley Madikwe. I've shared her a lot on this channel, but like a couple years ago when I was really pumping out this like mulatto stuff. Well, I mean, I'm still doing it now, but I was like super energized back then. Yeah, when this came out, 2013, or excuse me, pause, 2023. Yeah, so 2 years ago, I remember Yeah, Ashley Madquay. Look at this shit right here. This is Google. Let me actually zoom it up because it's kind of hard to see. I know. Look at this goofy shit. Look at it. It says right here, a light-skinned black woman. Ashley Madquay is a mulatto. She has a white mom and a Nigerian father. She has an white English Anglo mom and a Nigerian father. Black Nigerian father, mulatto. And then they're calling the show, they casted her to be light-skinned black. See, they're pushing that shit even in England. They got two mulattoes right here where the main character is white guy, right? Who she was married to, I think in the film, and then yeah, she ended up like yeah, they painted her to be the bad person, as you put right here. Yeah, I remember that. I saw that. It's like a science fiction kind of story. Yeah, I saw that. I'm well aware of that. Yeah, shout out to you, Elroy Swartz. Shout out to all the coloreds in South Africa. Appreciate you guys, your support. I would love to see a reaction to movie because I sympathize with that lady and her dark skinned kids. How they are being portrayed is just straight disgusting. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, like it was a very weird, bizarre movie. It was a very weird, bizarre movie for sure. I saw it. It was on Netflix. I think it premiered. And I like Ashley Madquay. Like I said, I saw her from a. It was called Salem. It was a witch kind of television series that aired on AMC, I believe, a few years ago, and I liked it. I actually met like the main actor from that series. I think his name's Sean or something. He's from Louisiana, and she was on that, and I liked her. Yeah, pretty mulatto, and so I saw that. Yeah, the Strays when it was on Netflix, and it was weird. It's kind of weird, like sci-fi type of shit. I don't know. I didn't the complexities of the story didn't resonate. It just seemed odd. And she was wearing a wig and shit, and that is weird. Whatever. We can get into that maybe in the future. You want to hear about it? That's what you're saying. So I'll take that into consideration. I'll probably can go back and do a deep dive since you're mentioning that because I think I kind of briefly covered it a couple years ago, probably on this channel, maybe on a live stream. I gotta look back in the archives. I got over 300 videos here. Um, But yeah, I appreciate your comment. You put here, I noticed that mulatto consciousness is spreading, which is very good. I think that the more that happens, eventually mulatto celebrities will claim to it. That's what I was saying. I was telling someone in some group chat or something the other day where it's like once we have a couple of these high profile mulattoes just claim their mulatto unapologetically, even with public pressure or their fan base kind of pushes it back against them, and they're like, nope, I'm mulatto, end of, like it's a wrap. Because even with a little guy like me, my little social media, like I'm inspiring these mulattoes to be proud of who they are. Imagine what someone with a massive following could do. A movie star, or especially a musician or rapper. Like we know the rapper Miss Mulatto, she folded to pressure. Because you know, it's kind of paying her off because she's like a top recognized rapper. She's doing collabs with Mariah Carey and all these other rappers and shit. She's selling her kind of degenerate music, you know, to the black community, whatever, you know. And so for her, I guess it kind of was a good business move. But I don't know, people in the music industry, man, they sell their soul to the devil to get famous. So you shouldn't be surprised if some of these people don't have like integrity. They'll change their stage name to appease the market. You shouldn't be surprised, man. These musicians, they sell their soul to the devil to be famous. Like it's no mistake. Okay. But yeah, once a mulatto with a larger following kind of, you know, just identifies as mulatto, like, yeah, it's going to spread like wildfire for sure, without a doubt. Because what I'm doing with this little kind of social media endeavor, just imagine someone has over millions of followers and they're like pro mulatto and or proud to identify as mulatto at the least. It's just, yeah, it's a wrap. It's, we're never going back. We're never going back. The cat's out the bag. But the American Bantus will always resist mulatto consciousness. Yes, because they need us as their subordinate slaves. They need us because they need us more than we need them. They don't want mulattoes to realize that. So yeah, they're always going to be ready to fight you. They're not going to fight white supremacy. They're trying to find a nice, comfortable bed underneath white supremacy. They love their white massa. Their whole identity is based off being this noble, virtuous fighter against oppression. Their whole identity is about being underneath white supremacy. Dr. Umar, Tariq Nasheed, that's their whole identity. And Phil Show, the guy married to the Mexican, their whole identity is about fighting white supremacy. And black people are so moral. They're good people. They the kings of the earth. They're the first this and first that. That's their whole identity, is being victims of whites. So, but they just want a comfortable place underneath white supremacy. When they see the mulattoes develop consciousness, they're going to resist you harder than anything. They need you more than you need them. They need to use you to get close proximity and adjacency to their white massa. They need you to get closer to these other races. So they're going to fight you hard as fuck. That's why you always see them in my comments and other people's comments and live streams or whatever. You put, but at this point, they can't stop. They can't stop anything. They need to stop the violence and degeneracy in their community first before they try to stop anything else. Okay, there's a lot of violence in their community. There's a lot of savagery, degeneracy. They need to stop that first. Then they can get back to us and talk about what the hell we're doing. Recently, some Black American Bantus have been coming to South Africa and trying to get South African Bantus to turn against colors and one drop rule. It's not working. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I seen some YouTube videos with some American Bantus go to South Africa. They push that the one drop rule crap. Yeah, they're doing that in the DR as well. They're trying to do that in Brazil. All these countries where you have mixed race populations, man, they're even doing that in Cape Verde now. They're trying to do that there. So we got to be on them and watch them. They're trying to do that, man. Because they know for the most part, they got these American biracials they got them cucked. These cry racials identify with dark skinned Bantus. They got them punked out here, basically, most of them, not all. The ones who aren't, they're over here watching my shit. But for the most part, they already got them. The biracials kind of punked. So now they're moving on to other territories to try to bastardize these other mixed populations, Unfortunate, but it's the reality. I'm being real. This is what we see. What I don't understand is that American Bantus keep being upset with Tyla over everything she does. They were supposed to have canceled her, yet cannot stop obsessing. Yeah, they can't cancel shit. Like I said, they can't cancel obesity. They can't cancel poverty. Shit, the federal government's canceling EBT. Let's see how they respond to that. You guys hear about that? United States, the government shutdown. They're going to cancel EBT. Let's see, how they respond to that. They're talking about canceling Tyla. Fuck out of here. They tried to cancel Drake, Canadian mulatto man. I mean, his father is Black American. He has property in America. I believe he's half American. That's his birthright. Drake, Drizzy, but they act like they're gonna cancel him with some pussy ass Kendrick Lamar. They can't cancel shit. A black could never cancel a mulatto. We're half white. You have to remind the Bantus of the situation. They could never cancel us. They're always gonna run to their white massa for backup. The Anglos and Bantus work together to neutralize mulattoes. My job is to make sure these mulattoes understand what's going on and what strategy they're using against you. I got to be the bad guy. I know it's not always positive content. We cover some topics that are more so negative leaning, but my job here ultimately is to inform you of the reality, giving you my perspective. You don't have to like it. If you don't like it, please go somewhere else. See if you like what they're telling you, but you're not going to find any other mulatto think tank information out here in the blogosphere that's going to present this type of information. I don't see it anywhere. Nowhere. Nobody wants to have these discussions, so I got to be the guy. Cool. That's it for right now, guys. I'll talk to you guys pretty soon, and love you guys as always, all you mulattoes, and peace out. See you next time.